Third Saturday in October, Revenge Week. And before we get to this game, Tyler, I'm going to give you the stage because you faced a different kind of revenge week back in 2002. I think we were on a 5-6 game skid in terms of losing 10 to Tennessee. But we went to Knoxville 2002, and it was a different situation, different outcome altogether. Matter of fact, because of your effort, you got a Daniel Moore painting. If you would, man, can you talk about that beat down in Knoxville and just how it all came about, what that week of practice was like, and just relive that glory day?
Marvin, remember this, and y'all probably do too, but back then they used to play Rocky Top all week long, trying to get us ready for that ball game. The scout team would put these on their helmets, and it was a big deal. It was a big hoopla, and there was a lot of anxiety as a result of that built up. But I remember Jarrett Johnson, who was defensive lineman, outstanding player. He finally was fed up with it. He stood up at the end of one practice and he goes, forget all this other bull crap that we got going on. Stop worrying about who the opponent is. Just do your freaking job. My job's to cover the A gap. I'm going to cover the A gap. Your job is to cover this dude in coverage. Cover him in coverage. If your job is to hand the ball off or give it to the wide receiver, do that. And don't worry and don't try to be a hero. And that kind of resonated, I think, with a lot of people because we built this game up so much that we were kind of exhausted by the time it came around. And, emotionally, we were exhausted. And it really, I think, made a huge impact on our performance that night. It was still a rocky start for the offense, but the defense played well. Smoke Dixon picked up a scoop and score to kind of get things started off. And then through attrition, we just wore down on Tennessee throughout the course of the game. And in the fourth quarter, man, we made that place empty out.
That was one of the best scenes in Knoxville I've ever witnessed in my entire life. Truly tremendous. And, man, it's amazing how much that one play from Smoke just completely changed the momentum. And we're entering into a game where the slightest thing that happens can completely change the trajectory of a game. So I want to focus on our current quarterback. You're in the booth right now. You're able to see a lot of things that we normally don't see. Down in Tuscaloosa, that quarterback position is a pressure cooker, no doubt about it. Jalen Milroe, he's been through the heat of it all. But now you look across the field to Tennessee, and there's an added layer of intensity. After all, who you are, Alabama, is ultimately graded by 2 games, Auburn and Tennessee. So, Tyler, lay it out for us. Just how monumental is this showdown, not only for Alabama's season, but how Jalen Milroe is remembered?
Well, I'm sure that he'll get other opportunities for us to draw on the success that he does or does not have. I mean, it's only halfway through the season. There's going to be we got LSU in 2 weeks, and we still have to go down to Auburn. So there's going to be other opportunities. But this is the most important one. I mean, against Texas, he made a couple of mistakes, ended up being costly. He made some good plays, but he did make 2 mistakes that ended up really frustrating you. And that's what people remember more so than the 7-minute drive that Texas had at the end of the game to ice that sucker against our defense, something we hadn't seen in a long time. So, yeah, the quarterback play does matter. It's what people remember. Look, he's got to play a good game. He doesn't have to play perfect, but he has to play within himself, and he has to play within the offense, and he has to make sure that when guys are getting open and he has an opportunity to make a 15, 20-yard doing that. And it comes down to focus, concentration, fundamentals. If his footwork is what it needs to be, he's an accurate thrower.